Hari Om and welcome to all the divine Atmajotis to today's Bhagavad Gita Satsang. Today, let us learn Shloka 17.2 from the chapter Shraddha Traya-Vibhaga Yoga. First, let us learn how to chant and then the brief meaning, and then we'll go into the contemplation of the meaning. May I request Diya and Disha to chant. When they are chanting, let all of us sit straight, close our eyes, hold our hands in Namaste, and repeat after Diya and Disha. Yes, Diya and Disha.
tri-vidhā bhavati śhraddhā dehināṁ sa svabhāva-jā sāttvikī rājasī chaiva tāmasī cheti śhṛiṇu.
Very nice. Thank you very much. Now may I request Nigdaji to read the meaning?
Every human being is born with innate faith, which can be of three kinds: sāttvic, rājasic, and tāmasic. Now hear about this from me.
Thank you, Snigdaji. So, this chapter, this new chapter that we are beginning from today, it's called as Shraddha Traya Vibhaga Yoga. Like last chapter was Gunatraya Vibhaga Yoga. The three kinds of qualities are, it was also called as the Daivasura Sampat Vibhaga Yoga. So it was primarily through the qualities that are amplified by these three underlying qualities, no? Daiva qualities and the Asura qualities. So it was to discriminate between Daivi qualities and Asuric qualities. Whereas this chapter is about Traya means three, Vibhaga means discrimination, Shraddha means faith. Okay. So Sri Krishna wants you and me to learn about what is these three kinds of faith and how these three kinds of faith help us to move in life. That is what we will be looking into now. So first and foremost, I want to ask a simple question to each one of you. Each one of you can share your view. What is belief and what is faith? Is there a difference between belief and faith? And if so, what is according to you belief is and what is according to you faith is? Yes, Sāttvic.
Sir, belief is when you trust and believe on something. Like, for example, people say like Narasimha washed his hands in a certain river, and that which is located in Andhra Pradesh. That's a belief. And faith, like faith is like the trust which you have inside you. Like it's faith is like yeah, I can do it. Like it's the faith inside of you. Like if you are like scared at swimming, for example, and you keep on trying, so like you don't have the scaredness of you don't have that phobia of water or something like that. That's faith.
That is faith. Very nice. Excellent examples. Thank you, Sāttvic. Yes,
Thank you.
Shreyas.
Vijayji, belief is something that, belief is thinking that if something is true or not, while faith is like trusting in that belief.
Okay. Okay, very nice. Can you illustrate with an example?
Vijayji, I think.
Okay. So, using what you said, so in a way, you made it one dependent on the other. Belief is you may not know it, but faith is believing, trusting what you believe in.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, as an example, taking the whatever the illustration that Sāttvic ji gave. So, in the Narasimha Purana, there's a reference that Narasimha washed his hands in a pond in Andhra Pradesh. Now, is that a belief or a faith?
It's a belief.
It's a belief. Why are you calling it a belief?
Because we really don't know if it's if it's true, but we are thinking that it's true. And faith is another feeling which we have, that we are believing in the thing, in the belief.
Okay, what does belief do to you, and what does faith do to you?
Belief is just thinking about the thing, but faith means um it's a type of a feeling that we will get, that yes, this will happen, this happened.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
That's also in a way, what you are saying is that is also in a way like a thought only.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Let's examine this further. Thank you very much, Reyes-ji. Thank you. And Diya Disha, you can also type your answer. What is belief? What is faith? Yes, Aditya.
I think like belief is more like a like a blind trust in someone. Like I believe that the sun rises from the west. Like if someone tells you that it rises from the west, so I believe that it rises from the west, but you don't actually know it, and it's just like you're just taking something for the fact of, like you're just taking it for the sake of taking it. So you don't have. It's like very like when someone says I believe that, it's not like you don't really like it doesn't sound very convincing. So the tone of it sounds like a little bit like, oh, they're not fully sure, they're just believing in it. But when they say I have faith, so when they say I have faith, you'll become a good person, that's like more of like a trust, and it like has more weight to it. So when you hear someone say I have faith in you, like it gives you more like it has a more of a positive connotation to it. Like when like you feel like, oh, they actually believe, like not believe, they actually trust in you. So it's not just like it's not only blind, it's actually like they see something that says, makes them say I have faith in you. So basically like belief is like a little more like little more like loose way of like having trust in something. But faith is also similar, but it's more strong, and it's more like it has more like back up to it.
Okay,
That's what I
that's what
yeah.
you feel. Okay, wonderful. Thank you very much, Aditya ji. Yes, Snigdha ji.
Gee, I know the meaning, but I don't know how to explain it properly.
Okay, whatever the way you want to express, you can even give an example.
Like, belief is when you like believe in something. Like, for example, you say, "I believe that." Wait. Like we all say, like we believe in God. So that's something we believe in. And like and compared to belief, faith is like something it's like you do believe in it, but in this you believe in it a bit more stronger, and you know are very devoted towards it. Like I believe in God and I have faith in God, like that.
Okay, so if it is a stronger variety of belief, we could have said something like belief and strong belief. So, uh, so what you are saying is faith is a strong belief. Then, just to avoid using two words, strong belief, you are saying it has become faith. Is that what? Is that how you are seeing it?
Not really.
Hmm.
Like, I don't know how to say it. Like faith, faith means like you're devoted towards something. Like you know it's there, and you are devoted. Like you know that God is there, and you are very devoted towards God, and you have faith in God, like something like that. I'm not sure how to say it.
How to say it? Okay, all
Yeah.
right, all right. No issues. So, first and foremost, let us see how to distinguish between belief and faith. Meanwhile, have Diya and Disha written their answer? Have you chatted in the chat? Or would you like to say it? Do you know the distinction between belief and faith? Do you feel there is a distinction, or yes or no? Yes, there is a distinction, or no, there is no distinction.
Yes.
Yes, okay. So do you like, do you concur with what Sāttvic said or what Snigdha said, or do you have your own way of expressing that? Which one? Okay, is it what Sāttvic gave, or is it what Snigdha gave, or is it what Adityanna gave, or is it what Shreyas gave, or none of these? What is that? Yeah, at least you can make one choice. Is it any one of their answer, or is it a combination of their answers, or you have your own answer? That much you can say at least. That choice you can make. No? Okay. So you're not willing to make a choice. Okay. So they are like pakka politicians. Politicians, they don't like to make a choice. Many a times during the election time, no? Some of these MPs, they say, which party you want to belong to if they have won the election. They say, whichever party is going to make the government, they want to join that government. So Diya and Disha right now are like that. They're not willing to make a choice. All right. So let's go little deeper into what is this, right? And for that there is a little story to help us to understand this. So the story is faith of a little girl. So once in a village there was a big drought. There was no rain in that entire village and surroundings for many months. All the water bodies in and around that place had started drying up. There was hardly any water for people to drink, and many animals, without having water, and it was hot sun, without having water, many animals also started dying away. So all the villagers were becoming worried, anxious, and they did not know what to do. So they went up to in that village, there was a wise person, a wise person who had seen many changes in life. And many a times, whenever there was any big problem in the village, that person used to give a suggestion. And the villagers had seen that his following his footsteps, they had been able to solve the problem. So they went to him and he said, see, all of this happens. Rain actually happens time to time properly. But when you and I are not paying respect to the nature, many a times we cut trees, many a times we dry up our wells and our ponds, and on top of it we construct a concrete jungle. So when we start doing such things, naturally the natural balance gets shaken up. So the rain has not happened. However, the rain is controlled by Varunadeva, and if we honestly, sincerely pray, it will rain. And I know a person who can help us with that havana. So today, let us do a yagna for rain. And let all of us assemble near our temple. And let us do the yagna. And if our sincerity is true, and if all of us together do it well, it will rain. I have seen this. I've seen this happen. Because the powers that cannot be seen are also possible to connect to with the right intentions, with the right feelings, and especially when it is for the benefit of everyone, the devatas will bless. Shall we do it? All the people in the village, they said, because they were all distressed, no? They all said, yes, yes, we will do it. Let us do it. So the day came when they were supposed to assemble near the temple. And the priest who had taken up the lead to do the yajna, he had given different items to be brought by different people. And everybody simply brought their items. But there was a little girl. And that little girl, along with whatever item that her family had to bring, also was holding a big umbrella. And she came with that. And all the people standing there were laughing at her. What happened to you? Are you crazy or what? Look at it. It is so sunny. It is so hot. How can you have an umbrella? Why do you need an umbrella? As if it is raining. She said, but the wise man said, if our prayer is sincere and honest, it will rain. And I have a feeling that I want to pray sincerely and it will rain. So when I'm walking back, I don't want to get wet. This dress is my new birthday dress my papa gave. So I brought umbrella, she said. And the wise person was very happy. So now, let me stop the story here. Through this story now, is there a distinction that you are able to see between belief and faith? If so, what it is? You can raise your hand and you can share your view. What does the story tell you about faith and belief? Who would like to share? Snigdha, what do you feel? Yes, Sāttvic, please go ahead.
So like the village people are believing that it may rain or may not rain. They're like believing so that it'll rain, because like they're praying. They want to pray sincerely and do it. They don't know if it's gonna rain or not. So it's a belief. But the girl sincerely brought the umbrella with her and wanted to sincerely pray so that it would rain. So here it's showing faith.
Excellent, correct. So what is the difference now do you see between belief and faith? What did the belief do and what did the faith do?
So like belief is just like, it ain't reality. Like it's not a true, or it may be true. It's a 50% chance, like that. But faith, like it's an innate belief in you. Like it's the belief with you. It's a belief in you. So like the girl is expressing the belief in her that it will rain.
So it's very true for her, is what you are saying.
Yeah.
Very nice. Wonderful. Yes, Aditya.
Yeah, so like from the story, like the villagers thought, just like believed that it will rain, like how Sāttvic said. So they just but like when I say believe, they didn't like really do anything else. They're like, oh, it may or may rain, or it won't rain. So similarly, when it was in the mindset of belief, similarly their actions also translated what they were thinking. So they didn't really, like the girl brought an umbrella, they didn't really bring an umbrella, they didn't really do anything like what she did. So similarly, their actions also translated. I mean, their actions were a mirror of their thoughts. And similarly, the outcome also. I mean, in the story, it rained, but then it could have, in another case, it could have like a different scenario, not exactly rain. But when you believe in something, you don't really give your 100% and you don't do it as if it will happen. You just do it because, oh, okay, it may happen. So you have that second thought always. So your actions aren't always really 100%. But here, the girl had faith, and that meant she like gave her 100%, and she actually acted as if the rain will come, and that naturally brought out the outcome she wanted to. So when you act as though the outcome you want to will happen, that's faith. So and naturally you'll come as close as you possibly can to the outcome you actually want to achieve. Whether it happens or not is secondary, but since your actions are like as much as you can give, and since it's closest to what you want to achieve, similarly your goal is also a mirror of that. That's what I
Very
would say.
nice. Very nice. So it is as if it is true, like what
Yeah.
Sāttvic said.
Yeah.
Very nice. Thank you very much. Yes, Snigdha.
Gee, now I kind of got an idea of the distinction between belief and faith. Belief means like when you know something and you are like, okay, this might happen, and this might happen, so you believe in it. Like how, and like as you told, like when someone else tells you, well, like Aditya told before, like someone tells you the sun rises from the west. So you might just believe it, and you're not so sincere about it, you just believe it. So that's the meaning of belief. And even in the story, like when the wise man told that it's like going to rain if we do this, then they were all like, "Oh, okay," because they just believed by what the person said. But faith is where you know something, and you're also very sincere about it. You know that it may happen or not may happen. It's going to happen for sure. So you're very you know you're very clear about it. Like how the girl, she bought an umbrella and she was like, since we're doing all this, it's gonna rain for sure because as you told. So it's like it's even stronger than belief. It's like when it's not even belief, like it's even stronger than that. It basically means that when you're very sincere about something and you know that it is going to happen.
Wonderful. Very nice. So in the belief, there is a slight doubt. In faith, that doubt has disappeared. That may or may not have happened, but the doubt is no more there. Like how all the three of you have said. Very nice. Very nice. Shreyas, is there anything that you would like to express here? Are you there, Shreyas? Okay. Am I audible to you, Shreyas? Okay, you're not audible to me, Shreyas. We'll continue. How about Diya Disha? Is this whatever the discussion agreeable to you? Okay, all right. So this is essentially what Sri Krishna is first telling us. Tri-vidhā bhavati śhraddhā. Shraddha. So through this story and through this discussion, now we have gotten to know what is Shraddha, what is faith. So faith is, it feels like a belief because you may not have seen it yet, but there is no doubt. So therefore, your actions are as if it is true. As an example, in this story, the little girl brought the umbrella. Say, we are going to a new place, and let's say that place is going to be very cold. And let's say your Amma and Appa have gone to that place, and they know that it is going to be cold. They may tell you, it's going to be cold, wear a jacket, or bring a jacket so that you can wear it there. Now, if you truly trust your Amma and Appa, and you have no doubt that they do everything for my well-being, then you will get it, isn't it? Why? Because there is no doubt. So then, without really worrying about it, you'll simply bring your jacket. And then when you go there, you'll be able to use it. Though you yourself may not yet have experienced that cold in that new place, because this is the first time you are going there. So therefore, you simply have a trust that, oh, my mummy and papa are always doing things for my well-being, and you go along with it. So that's another simple way to illustrate the difference between belief and faith. So this is the first thing that Sri Krishna wants us to realize. What is faith? Shraddha. So Shraddha. Now, the second thing that he wants us to realize is tri-vidhā bhavati śhraddhā. Correct? So before we go there, so what is belief? Belief is only in thinking. That's why for the villagers, it's a may or may not. Yeah, I have a belief in this wise person, but will it really rain? Look at the environment. So it's a belief, right? It's a thinking only. Whereas faith, like how Aditya said, it's brought out the action also. It's not just thinking, but the corresponding action also mirrors that thinking. So faith is thinking and action together. So the girl acted as if it's going to rain. Okay. So now, what is this tri-vidhā? Tri-vidhā. Vidha means types. Tri means three. What is this three types of faith that Sri Krishna is talking about? So to understand that, first and foremost, let's go back to one of the three gunas, or rather not one of the, but the three gunas that Sri Krishna has taught us earlier. So what is that Sri Krishna has taught us earlier? That all the, yes, Nigda, before you have any question?
No, I just wanted to tell the gunas.
Yeah, good.
First is Rajas, Tamas, and Sattvic.
Correct. Yeah. So what Sri Krishna has taught us is that all the different kinds of things in the world. So there are plants, animals, small creatures, mountain, river, and different kinds of people. And when you look at all these varieties, they all look different. To see, they all are different. To touch, they are different. So like that, there is a certain difference. And even in their many a times behaviors. As an example, the stone's behavior is, it is simply there. Like many a times a buffalo. A buffalo is simply there. And even when it moves very slowly. Isn't it? That's the nature of a buffalo. Whereas when you notice a creature like maybe say mosquito or maybe say butterfly, they're constantly moving, isn't it? Usually they're not in just one place. Mosquito can be caught only when it is full with having drunk the blood. Then they become heavy, then they become lazy, then they cannot fly away. Then usually they get squashed. Otherwise, they're constantly they're able to move. Or you see these house flies, they're able to move, right? So there's a lot of movement. Then there are some others. So this kind of a quality you can see even in people. Some people are very lazy. They always want to maybe simply sleep or simply watch movies or simply sit in front of television or simply keep on eating. So there is a certain, you ask them, come let us go to park. Ayo, it's so boring. Or you ask them, come let us build, say, or clean the house. Ayo, it's so boring. So for them, everything is a boring. What do they like? Simply laze around. So there are some people that you can notice who have such laziness in them, in their behavior. Certain people are very active, but usually they are also very constantly jittery. So they have lots of movement, but their movement has no clear sense of focus or purpose, and they get anxious very easily, they get afraid very easily. You see movement in them, but that movement has no sense of control. It is like, for example, you may have seen some people, and they may be saying, oh, Dev, tomorrow there is an exam and I'm studying for the exam. And then after some time, if there's a message, they're seeing the message and they're saying, oh, there's a message and looks like exam is going to be very tough. Oh. So like that, they're constantly moving, but their movement lacks a sense of direction, purpose, they're jittery. Then there are some who are also moving, but very focused, very clear, purposeful. They are stable, and when they need to take rest, they also rest. So, like that, generally, when you notice, even among people, you'll see these three kinds of qualities in them, even in their speech, in their thinking, in their actions. So, these are the three qualities that Snigdha just now called out. The first is the tāmasic, a laziness, a quality of real laziness. Usually, dark colors like black is associated with tāmasic. Then rājasic, there is movement, but it is not necessarily purposeful. Yeah, rājasic, usually red. If you see red is movement. That's why in the bullfighting, the bulls, to really enrage the bull, red colors are used. Yeah, so like rājasic. Then there is sāttvic, sattva. He is very pleasant, peaceful, and energetic. So like that, these are the three constituents, underlying qualities: tāmasic, rājasic, and sāttvic. So from this comes then the qualities that you can observe in them. For example, the tāmasic and the rājasic together, they create demonic or asuri qualities. We already saw in the previous chapter where Sri Krishna brought out Daiva Asura Sampat Vibhaga Yoga. Anger, fear, ego, pride of ego, all these are asuri qualities. You may recall there was a shloka where Sri Krishna helped us to understand what are all the asuri qualities. Dhamba, darpa. So if you remember abhimana, so like that, dhambo, darpo, abhimanascha, krodaha, parushyameva, ajnanam, they're ignorant also. Chabhijatasya, partha, sampadam asurim. So many. See? Hypocrisy, arrogance, conceit, anger, harshness. When they speak also, their speech many a times is to hurt others. They cannot take somebody criticizing them. Why have you not done this work? If somebody asks them, they get enraged easily. They shout back at others. And their actions is full of ignorance. They don't necessarily see what is the situation. They simply blurt out, or they may simply get into fighting. So like that, all these are the asuri qualities that we notice. And these asuri qualities are because of the tāmasic and rājasic. Tāmasic is inherently laziness. Rājasic is they have not yet realized their true nature. So a lot of egocentric. For me, I have to win. I have to be getting that. I cannot share. So me and the mine. So where me and the mine and the laziness are predominant, such qualities together lead to the asuri kind of qualities. So which means that those kinds of thoughts are predominant in such people. Then such thoughts naturally lead to demonic faith. The faith, their actions. As an example, what is the kind of the work that Kumbhakarna used to do? Eat, sleep, eat, sleep. You can see such people in and around you. It is not only to do with eating and sleeping. Many a times you would see some people going and killing an animal, saying that will please the God. So there are many people who kill animals to please the God. Or many of them, they do not really understand what kind of a food is important for this body, right for this body, human body. Just because somebody may say meat is good, they may kill an animal and eat the meat. So like that, they themselves do not apply their inherent capacity to discriminate, to understand. They simply believe, simply do things. They are lazy to explore. They don't want to find answers. Whatever somebody says, they believe. And in that belief, they may do things that may hurt others. Their speech is not necessarily refined. Their actions are not refined. So this kind of actions, asuri kind of actions, demonic faith. So that is the two kinds of faiths that Sri Krishna is talking about out of the three. Tāmasic faith and rājasic faith. Tāmasic śhraddhā, rājasic śhraddhā. Ravana is an example of the rājasic śhraddhā. He was very intelligent. However, he had only me and mine predominant in him. So his actions were all about, if somebody insults his sister, he would get angry as if he got insulted, without really understanding why they insulted, why Shurpanaki's nose was cut. He simply wanted to take revenge because I have to look powerful. My ideas are better. So rājasic, me and mine is predominant. And such people usually also, they take offense easily when somebody tells something contrary to what they believe in. They cannot take such things because their ego sense, who I am, is very strong, deep rooted in them. They get into argument. What I've understood, I know better. Like that, they get into arguments. That is the rājasic faith. Then comes the sāttvic faith. So when the sattva guna is predominant, it starts bringing about a very peaceful mind. A mind that is calm, observing, and through that what is right, what is wrong, what kind of a action will bring out harmony. Like that, the thought process has got refined in such people. So such people start demonstrating divine qualities. And Sri Krishna has given us so many divine qualities in the last chapter now. And we looked at some of them in terms of their understanding. 24 divine qualities he listed for us. Abhayam, Sattva Samshuddhi, Jnana Yoga Vyavasthitihi, Swadhyaya, Tapa, Dama, Arjavam, Ahimsa, Satyam, Akrodha, Tyagaha, Shanti, Apaishunam, Daya, Aloluptvam, Mardavam, Hri, Achapalam, Teja, Kshama, Dhriti, Shaucham, Adroha, Natimanita. Like that, Sri Krishna has given us a list of wonderful divine qualities that sāttvic guna brings out. So such thoughts then lead to sāttvic actions, divine faith. Like in the case of the story that we saw, that girl did not see the rain, but still she had faith, and that made her to peacefully bring the umbrella. So when the faith is there, the action is a mirror of that, whatever the inherent thought. So about the divine also. So many a times, maybe your amma, appa, or maybe your elders at home, Ajji Tata or some guru may say, oh, please be respectful to your books. Saraswati Mata lives in that. Our modern mind may question that. How come I don't see any of this? I have gone to a factory and all they do is, paper, and they cut the paper and they make the book. How the Saraswati Mata is living there? No, not possible. So that is not having an understanding of what is being said. See, faith means, first and foremost, I may not have seen, but the guru or the elder or the parents are saying based on an experience of life. So I may not yet have realized the divine in the book, but when I live with that faith, when I conduct myself with that faith, being respectful to the book, being respectful to my surroundings, to the trees, to the people around me, I will start seeing what was said by the guru or by the elders, that Saraswati Mata lives in the book. Who is Saraswati Mata? Saraswati Mata comes through you in the way you speak, in the way you act, in the way you get your ideas, in the way you are able to understand and comprehend everything about life. And that happens inherently. But you have to first of all have faith in someone who's guiding you. So that is divine faith. So like that, once when I and you elevate ourselves through sāttvic qualities and conducting ourselves by bringing out the divine qualities that Sri Krishna has shown in our actions, not just in our thinking. Oh, I have to be truthful, only not in the thinking. I have to be truthful in my action. Oh, I will be honest, but as soon as I don't know the answer for a question in the exam, and if my neighbor already knows the answer and if he's showing the paper, I copy, then I am not being honest. I'm simply saying honesty for the sake of saying it. That is not has become my faith. So like that, when I transform myself, my own mind, from not just thinking but to act, because you have the power to guide your mind. As you do it, the mind becomes very, very sharp and subtle. And in that mind, you can transcend the limitations of the gunas. The gunas, all the three gunas and the qualities are of the nature of the Prakriti. And you can transcend and get established in the true nature of yourself, the light, divine light of the self. Atmajyoti, Shivosmyaham. So, to realize your true nature, you have to transcend the boundaries set by your own mind. And when you develop the sāttvic śhraddhā, and meaning what? When you live in accordance to the divine qualities, when you bring out those divine qualities in your day-to-day, moment-to-moment actions, then mind becomes subtle. And in that subtle mind, you will realize the truth. And that will help you to be in freedom, liberation. So this is what Sri Krishna wants you and me to realize. Tri-vidhā bhavati śhraddhā. Three types of śhraddhā are there. Two types of them lead towards downward, downfall. One kind of śhraddhā, sāttvic śhraddhā, uplifts. So the choice Sri Krishna has given to you and me. Hari Om. Are there any questions, anybody, on what you have heard? If you have any questions, first let us resolve those questions. Wonderful. If there are no questions, would love to listen to each one of you as to what you understood from today's contemplation about what Sri Krishna is teaching you and me? Please raise your hand and you can share your understanding. Sāttvic, would you like to go first?
Sir, basically, Krishna tried to convey here that this whole this whole cosmos is running under these three gunas: tamo, raja, and sattva guna, and two of them are come under the demonic area, while sattva comes under the divine. It comes under divine. And Krishna also wanted to show us what's the difference between belief and faith. And he showed that in the story that belief is just a 50-50% chance that may happen or may not happen, while faith is a thing which is truly gonna happen. When you truly take it, that it will happen.
Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, please continue.
And basically, Raja and Tamoguna do not show, they always show that they are the doer. They do the things, they're showing, see, I am the one who rules this world. I am the one who has to marry Sita. Like that. How Ravana was arrogant about it. So that. He's showing that he is the doer. But in Sattva-guna, they do not show that they are the doer. They have done it by God's essence. They have not really done it by themselves. That's it, Ji.
Very nice. Very nice, Sāttvic ji. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Shreyas, are you able to unmute and answer? Are you there, Shreyas? Okay. Snigdha?
Yeah, yes, Ji. So in the shloka, I learned about three gunas: rajas, tamo, and sattva guna. So rājasic and tāmasic come under the two. They both are demonic qualities. Like when somebody is said to be in the guna of tāmasic, it's like when they're not, like for example, like they're too lazy and they're not willing to understand what is really happening in the outside world. Like how Kumbhakarna always used to sleep. And sometimes, like very rarely, used to get up for eating and then he used to sleep. And he was not interested or not really aware about what was happening outside. And Rajasic is basically when you're very you are intelligent, you have all that, you know everything. Things that there's too much pride within you, and you seem to get angry, and you seem to get angry or jealous or even arrogant sometimes. So that is like how Ravana was. So Ravana was a very educated person and he was a devotee of Lord Shiva. But even though he had all these like good qualities, he still was a very he had some bad qualities within himself, which he let those qualities take over him. Like he was very arrogant and he didn't was not willing to get to know something fully. Like when when Lakshmana and Ram insulted Surpanaka, he never was willing to understand why that even happened. Instead, he just wanted to do the action without understanding what was really happening. And Sattvic is basically when it's a divine quality, and it's like you're at peace and you know what to do, and you're not so proud, or you're okay, and you're not arrogant, and you have all those good qualities within yourself. You're very kind and you're free from any ego. And when something happens, like for example, someone insults you, you are willing to understand what is the true reason for it before reacting. So with that divine quality, you can react in a divine way. You can react in a good way instead of reacting badly. This is what I understood in the shloka.
Excellent. Very nice, Snigdhaji. Thank you very much. Yes, Aditya.
So, what I understood is that Krishna is basically talking about faith and how this faith can affect us in our everyday life. So, basically, first we understood what is faith even. So, we did the comparison between belief and faith. So, basically, we came to the conclusion that faith is nothing but such a strong thought of something, or such a strong trust in something, that every action you take is towards that thought or towards that goal. That's what faith is. But then just suppose we say that it's our actions are towards that goal, doesn't make it good or bad. So what really makes it good or bad is what Krishna is talking about here. So it can be good if your faith is towards the right cause, or you're using the right qualities, or you're bringing out the right actions. So when we do such kind of actions, or when we have such kind of faith, we call it as sāttvic faith, or a faith which is divine. And similarly, if we do the opposite, which is like our faith is towards something that's bad, or like not helping others, or like you gave the example of Ravana, or someone being very lazy. If you have a strong faith in being lazy, or being short-tempered, then it's not really helping anyone. So that we call that as either rājasic faith or tāmasic faith. So that comes under demonic qualities. So like this, basically Krishna is talking about how we can have faith, and what is really the faith that we should always use in our life, and using what qualities. So you gave the example of the 24 qualities which can help us towards having more sattvic faith and sattvic qualities within us. That's what I understood.
Excellent. Very nice. So ultimately, why do you think Sri Krishna wants you and me to differentiate between the three kinds of faith?
Because like most of the time we do have faith, not that we don't have faith. The reason we do any action is because we have faith. So I'm hungry right now, I'm going to eat some food. I have faith that the food is going to fill my hunger. So like that, we always do have faith. But then I think Krishna is talking about this because we don't really notice what kind of faith it is. Like, is it some kind of faith that's helping me, or it's putting me down? So like for example, like eating food like that, those are all required, those are all fine. But then excessive of that might not be helpful for anyone. So we should also, like, I think the point of this is to like be more aware of what kind of actions we're taking, and more than the ones that put us down. Like sometimes maybe we do have to take actions that aren't necessarily always helping other people, but helping myself, like the example I gave of eating food. But we also have to always try to do actions that help other people, like that. So I think like basically giving more attention to the things that we strongly act towards, and how their effects on other people.
Very nice. Very nice. See, the direction that we take depends upon with what faith we act. When the direction of the faith is influenced by the tamasic and the rājasic qualities, it is down. Down means what? It creates a friction, non-harmonious outcome. When Ravana's actions or Duryodhana's actions, Kumbhakarna's actions are all downward. Whereas a sattvic faith uplifts and can help one truly become liberated. So this is the rājasic, tāmasic, and the sāttvic is a domain of the qualities, or it's the domain of the prakriti. Okay, and It is also called as you are bound by the qualities. You are still bound by the qualities, the gunas. However, when your actions are through the sattva guna, then you can also become guna atita. To become established in your true self is gunatita. Gunatita means you transcend the boundaries of the prakriti. You can transcend the limitations that you may feel as if I am bound by prakriti. So to be free from the prakriti is what this helps. So that is why we call it as uplifting, transcendence. It helps us to become truly free. So that's the fundamental nature of what Sri Krishna is teaching. And it was amazing to listen to each one of your insights. So with this, I would like to stop our today's session. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Sarvam Shri Krishnarpanamastu.